Hello everyone. Welcome again to K Podcast. Yeah, today I have brought you guys this video of a pastor literally. I don't understand. First it was the podcast guys, and then it was the red pillars, then it was the high value man, now it's the pastors. Coming out here and telling women that, they are not gonna be happy when they turn 50 and when they are alone. And I'm like, see, there is some certain things that I've noticed in a lot of men's tone, especially when they talk about single women that do not want to be married or have kids, that just want to have a life without them being centered in. Because in some way, some men do think that they are supposed to be women's infants. They're supposed to be infants forever that are supposed to be taken care of by women. So they center themselves and they use children, and I'm gonna call it out. Nowadays I'm starting to see that, you know a lot of men do use children in trapping a woman and keeping her to take care of them. They do trap the woman there so that she can, you know take care of them as well, as if they are her children. They go from their mother taking care of them to them being taken care of by their wives. Hello, son and sunflower. Hello, Khadijah. Now, I'm gonna bring up this video over here because also I have a video about Jada Pinkett Smith. You know, actually for the first time coming out and telling us the motion why Chris Rock actually called her bald GI Joe. Yeah, now I understand. And that slap that Chris got from Will was not for nothing, because I'm pretty sure Will already knew probably Jada told Will that, you know, Chris probably asked her out. And this is one thing I said: men do not do something without their emotions. There must be something to be gained from it, or if they feel like you don't want to do something with them, they come out and try to humiliate you. And we see that in Chris Rock right now. And I'm gonna say this: I saw a lot of women on TikTok literally being against Jada, and I saw some men like out there being against Jada. And I'm gonna say, mammies, you look really terrible right now. You look terrible. You look pathetic. Because this woman is literally coming out and saying, this man asked me out on a date and I turned him down. And later on in the award show, he decided to humiliate me because I have hair loss. I have alopecia, and I probably is feelings was hard because I turned him down. And then he decided to go on stage and called me bald, called me GI Joe, which, by the way, that slap from Will probably meant that, hey, I knew you've been trying to ask this woman that we've been separated from you, trying to get in there, and she turned you down. Yeah, I don't think he probably did that because of Jada, but probably because of the gall that Chris had, the gall to ask a woman that he was separating from. It's like, hey, I'm not even out of the door and you're trying to get inside. Yeah, that was a personal decision that Will made. It was a personal decision that Will Smith made. And that just shows you that women have been catching strays out here. Especially, it doesn't matter if you're famous or not, when you turn a man down, they can decide, you know, to take it personal, because they feel like their ego should be something that you should look out for, and you should respect their ego, make them look good in front of everybody. So if she would have said, yes, let's go out on a date, then what? I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have come out and talk about her being bald. Would he? He wouldn't have. And mammies, you guys look terrible on TikTok, talking about, I do not care about Jada. If you do not care about her, why talk about this woman? Why talk about this woman? And this is the thing. This is the reason why I say I do not stand with all women. I don't, because some women out here are stupid. Some women out here would stand with a man even if he is in the wrong. Some women out here will work against other women. So I am not for every woman. I do not stand with every woman, because some women out here are just absolute Stupid. Now, there is this other video over here of these two couples talking, and like I said, there is always gotta men feel like they have to be centered in everything. This guy, I don't know, it's a show in the UK, and he has baby mamas. Then the therapist just asked him, so if she had baby daddies, would you be with her? And he was like, no, I wouldn't be with her. I don't have anything against single mothers, but you have made two women single mothers, but you don't want a single mother. And the girl there in this show, I watched some clips of it on TikTok, and she's still there. She's like, I love him so much. I'm like, girl, whatever you get in this relationship, you deserve it, because you sat down here, you saw this man have two baby mamas and talking about he doesn't want to be with a baby mama, and you're a woman that don't have any kids, and you see still sitting down here talking about you love him, and this man is humiliating you on TV, and you are a woman without kids. What are you still doing there? And a lot of people in the comment section were sympathizing with her. It's probably because she loved him. And I'm like, no, I mean, no, this foolishness is on you. You do not have kids yet. You've seen two baby mamas and you still sat down there. That's on you. So let me bring up this video. I think we're gonna go with the first video of the pastor, because even a woman in her 50s came out and talked about this particular issue as well. So let me bring this video up.
I went to the spa, I went to Belize. By two feminist women talking about how wonderful their life is because they don't have a husband, they don't have children. So they're showing, oh, today I slept in, I went to the spa, I went to Belize.
Like look at the words that he used. Look at the words that he used, by the way. He said feminist women are coming out here talking about they are having a wonderful life because they don't have kids and they don't have a husband. So, sir, are you a kid too? Because at this point, should we categorize husbands as kids? Because it sounds like you can stay alone without looking for somebody to be the maid in the house and care for you and be your second mommy. Because a lot of the times, many of these men are not marrying wives, they're marrying maids. They're bringing in house help, the ones that are going to be, slaving away for them in the household. So let's continue this.
Just talk about how nice their life is because they don't have the inconvenience. Wonderful their life is because they don't have a husband, they don't have children. So they're showing, oh, today I slept in, I went to the spa, I went to Belize. They just talk about how nice their life is because they don't have the inconvenience of a husband and children. And these are young women who have...
And correct. And correct, they don't have the inconvenience. That is true, because I can understand if she wanted to have a child without you there, because you are many of the time men are inconvenienced. Can we call it out? You are an inconvenience. You are like having another child without having to birth that child. A lot of men are like, okay, we have kids now, but I'm just gonna be part of your kids. I am now your kids. I'm the one you married. I'm the kid you married. And you're supposed to mommy me too. You're supposed to take care of me. And yes, I can be jealous of my own children if you take care of my kids too much. If you love our pets too much, I'm going to be jealous of it and I'm going to be throwing tantrums. If you love our son or our daughters too much or our children more than me, I'm going to be throwing a tantrum about that too. You are an inconvenience. Like, you're grown man, go do something as a grown man instead of sitting down and looking for a woman to mommy you.
Have been perpetually lied to, and I'm just telling you, if they do a follow-up at 50, they're not going to be happy. They're going to be working late, they're going to be lonely, they're going to have 7 cats and a couple of STDs, and then at Christmas they're going to be all alone, very sad, and what they're not going to post is, I'm winning.
These podcast pros are so selfless. Imagine Joe Schmo being with me. a witch, an occultist, somebody who can do magic to give him success beyond his wildest dreams, but at the same time, I do work with demons. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have so many great traits. Like, I will never nag him if he leaves a mess, like if he leaves hair on the floor, fingernail clippings around, bleeds all over the sink. In fact, I will never, ever nag him about anything. If he does something that I don't like, if he does something that disrespects me, I wouldn't do anything.
Okay, she's just giving up. But you know what? Let me bring up this lady over here that actually had, something to say. She's in her 50s and she's telling young ladies, this is a fear tactic that a lot of men are using nowadays. It's a fear tactic. They're trying to get you back into the mommy and them. In those days, in the 50s and the 60s, down to I think it was lately around the 80s that women started, really enjoying their freedom to the 90s, and now they're like coming out here getting mad because in those days women would have a job. I will bring up a video of another woman talking about dating a guy that was talking about wanting to date her, but we will get there later. In those days women would have an office job and they would wake up early in the morning and they will make breakfast and they will make lunch, they will make everything. The husband will go to work, she goes to work, she comes back, and she has another job at home. And people be like, oh, that is so nice, she cooks and clean. And then they ask the man, what do you do? And he's like, I work. When I get back home, I'm tired. But she also works and then come back home and does a second job. Wow. Okay. I'm sorry, but I'm not about to open my door for anybody like that is going to be an inconvenience to me, because it sounds like you're going to be an inconvenience, especially if you're out here having 50-50 relationship. Like, no. No, absolutely not. I'm not going to be your second mommy after you have mommy issues. Please go to therapy and get that sorted out, because it's not the job of women to continue where your mother stopped. Just because your mother probably don't want you in her house living there anymore, where she can mommy you for the rest of her life, does not mean you're gonna take that responsibility. Since your mom is, because you're a grown man now, you're gonna look for a new younger mommy. You're looking for a new younger mommy. Let me bring you up this video over here.
So they're showing, oh, today I slept in, I went to the spa, I went to Belize. They just talk about how nice their life is because they don't have the inconvenience of a husband and children. And these are young women who have been perpetually lied to. And I'm just telling you, if they do a follow-up at 50, they're not going to be happy. They're going to be working late. They're going to be lonely. They're going to have 7 cats and
Wait a minute. The thing that really bothers me about all of these podcasts, man, out here talking about young women with no kids. What about the ones that have the kids already and they are single mothers? They never want to talk about the single mothers that have their children. But they be out here talking about, I don't want no single mother, because you want to go destroy somebody else's life. And those women that don't have kids for you, you feel like, oh my God, they are out there enjoying themselves and they are supposed to be taking care of me. I'm supposed to be, I'm supposed to be stopping them from enjoying. I have already, I have 2 baby mamas, 3 baby mamas, but that woman over there that is child free and does not want anything to do with me, that's the one I'm going to pursue. Instead of them preaching, hey, if you have a baby mama, go back home and marry that woman. They are not preaching, if you have baby mamas, if you have a baby mama, go back home and be the dad to those children. Stop looking outwards to women that you shouldn't be actually having business with. You shouldn't be even thinking about them in any kind of relationship situation. Go back to your baby mama. They do not. This is the hypocrisy in this whole thing. Is the fact that they always want to target single women with no kids. They want to target child-free women, because the baby mamas, they have mission how do you call it, they have mission accomplished with the baby mamas. The mission have been accomplished by literally making sure that they have you in your palms. And that kid that you have with them, they will always come around the house, and you will always have them forever in your life. They have put an anchor on you. As the baby mama, they're like, yeah, that one over there, mission accomplished, mission successful. We are not going to talk about the baby mamas that a lot of men are making out here. We will not talk about the baby mamas that men are making out here, but let's target the child-free women. It is crazy. It is crazy. I saw a lady last time and she had one child. She has one child. And I asked her about her dating, life, and she said it's good, And but the thing is, some men would come and see that child and be like, it's like when you have a child, some men see that and they're like, oh no, okay, this one is already taken. She has a baby daddy, the baby daddy problem, because they know that man has made the mission. He has accomplished the mission. The mission has been successful, which means she's always gonna have that man in her life as long as she has that child. So other men came, when they come, they're like, oh, there is another person there who've already planted the territory, so I better go look for one that is without a child and plant my own territory and fence that part. Even though I'm there or not, she's always going to be in my life. And this is one thing. There was another lady. She had also a child. You know what homegirl did? She took the child. She went to the father house and she dropped him. She dropped the child there and she left. She said, you wanted to trap me? No. She dropped the child and she left. And everybody were like, oh, she's such a bad mom. I said, no, he wanted to trap her. Now he's trapped. Now he's got the key. Because that lady, the only thing she does is pay child support and nobody knows where she is. She doesn't even give them the address. She doesn't even come for visiting, nothing. She's like, no, you wanted to trap me. Now you got what this is what you wanted to do to me. Now you have it. Let me continue.
Couple of STDs, and then at Christmas they're going to be all alone, very sad, and what they're not going to post is I'm winning.
47 here, 3 years until 50, and well, actually 2.5 years. I'm excited about that. So now, first it was podcast guys, and now it's pastors. And mind you, there's another video that I was going to do in response to about a pastor who got on the pulpit pretty much telling women that unless they do something to, I guess, show the men that we have a brain, men are only going to see us for sex because they have to dispel their semen. I'm not lying. I'm not even going to do the rebuttal on that because it was so...
Yeah, but let me just cut that out. That men are only gonna see us for sex because they want to disperse their semen, is what she said. I got this for all of this topic over here. Yeah, they want to disperse the semen, but why can't they just disperse it in one place instead of trying to spread it all around? And they would like literally have kids out here and still go after a woman that doesn't have kids. If you're a man that have kids, then look for a woman that have kids. It would make more sense. But no, you want a woman that have no kid so that you can give her your semen, you can give her your kid, and then run around looking for another person's life to destroy. And then be like, oh, that marriage didn't work. Nowadays, I'm going to tell you guys something. Nowadays, I normally give some young ladies advice. I'm like, even if you're married, if you feel like you don't want a kid, do not have a kid. Do not. If you feel like in some way in the future, if you have a kid, this man is going to leave. Yeah, I don't think that is a good idea. Even if you're married. You have to be ready for the future. You have to be seriously ready. Like the Reddit, I think I made the Reddit post there. I made a video about that Reddit post where a man, begged his fiancée, his wife. They were married for, he said around 8 years or 11 years, something very, very long marriage, by the way. And he begged her to have a baby. They finally got pregnant. Is it around 3 to 4 months of the pregnancy? he decided to go and cheat. So he didn't cheat the whole 8 years that they've been married, the whole 11 years they've been married. When once that lady immediately got pregnant, in the next 3 to 4 months, he went and cheated. And homegirl, one thing I loved about that Reddit post was she took care of it. There was no baby. Yeah, she didn't have the baby. She took care of it. And he came out to Reddit and he was crying, "Oh my God, I don't have a wife and I don't have a baby." I'm like, yes, because she picked your game. She probably thought, okay, you know what? I'm gonna give him a chance. Maybe he might make a good father after 8 years of our marriage. And then you bunny hopped after 3 to 4 months of her being pregnant. Yeah, she kind of like, she's like, oh, now I see this is what you've been trying to do all along. You didn't cheat the whole time. You are waiting to trap me, then so that you can go bunny hop and still have me in your life. This is the thing. If you have an ex or a baby daddy, I've seen a lot of women talk about every time they got a baby daddy problem, because when they have a new boyfriend, baby daddy come out and start making noise and start making this, because the thing is, he knows he's always gonna be in your life. And sometimes, I've seen women that are single by choice, and even when they have 1 or 2 kids, they're like, I don't want anything. The baby daddy will still come trying to be nice because he's trying to get the kitty cat some way. He's trying to get it because he still thinks that's his territory. He's planted a seed. He thinks that is his territory now. It is crazy.
Stupid. But just look it up. I'm pretty sure you can Google it. But this pastor has decided that women at 50 are going to check in and be alone. For some reason, I don't know why we have cats. And then I'm working late. I don't know, why would I work late? And then apparently there's something wrong with going to Belize. So he doesn't believe in travel. Alone at Christmas. So you have no family, like everybody passed. I'm trying to figure out where everybody went. So I need men who think that women are just here to make gravy from scratch and change diapers, to stop getting on the mic. Like, can we stop getting on the mic? And then there was another video my cousin had put on her page about men should get served first at dinner. And I'm just really trying to understand what's wrong with their arms. And it's what's going on in between, their beard. There's a beard here. There's something in between here. What's happening? And my thing is, I don't mind making a plate for the man that I love. But the patriarchal idea that that's all I'm supposed to do, and sit around and wait for him to get home, raise these kids, and don't say nothing, don't make any waves, and, just serve your man. Yeah, I'm not doing that, okay? And for those that like to bring up the Bible, they like to skip the part, women submit to your husbands. That's in the Bible. Yeah, go a scripture before that, baby, okay? Because you're only stuck on Ephesians 5:22. We need you to go before that, when it says that husbands and wives are to submit to one another. But I digress. Yeah, so if I'm 50 and I'm not married, baby, I'm not lonely. I'm not alone. I'm thriving. I'm happy with every decision that I've made. And so are a lot of women, and I think men are nervous because at the end of the day, some of these men realize they bring nothing to the table but a penis and a check. And, it's not enough. Who's going to tell them?
Well, I'm going to tell them. well, I'm going to tell them. Because this is the thing. Of course, they're afraid. Because they mostly rely on mommy. They've been relying on mommy, their mothers, for a long time. They've been relying on mommy to cook the meals, wash the dishes, wash the clothes, iron the clothes, serve them food. This is the reason why I also advise women to make sure that your sons are doing house chores and your sons are actually cooking so that they can do that for themselves. I don't want to hear, oh, it's a boy, he shouldn't be doing all of that. No, 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 you're spoiling them. Let them do all the chores in the house. Let them wash, let them clean, let them iron. And also invest your time in making sure your husband does the same so that the boys can see their dad doing it. Because some of these boys that are growing up right now are seeing their fathers enjoying, relaxing, sitting down, drinking beer, watching TV, doing absolutely nothing but go to work and come back. But their mothers are also going to work and bringing home the paycheck too. But she has to do extra. Now, let me bring up this video that actually, says it all. Let me bring up this video over here.
Yeah, so they've been married over 20 years. They're super loving. My mom takes care of absolutely everything. So what are you looking for in a partner? Well, I'm not positive, but I just know I really want a marriage like my mom and dad have. Oh, okay, that's so sweet. Tell me more. Yeah, so they've been married over 20 years. They're super loving. My mom takes care of absolutely everything. She does all the cooking, all the cleaning, all the laundry. My dad doesn't have to do any of that stuff. Okay. She was also the only one responsible for raising and taking care of all of the kids, so that's something I really want in a woman. Sure, so it kind of sounds like you want something a little bit more traditional, which is totally fine, but I don't think I'm the right woman for you. Oh, no, like they're not super traditional. How so? No, like my mom still has always worked full time. She just did all of those things as well. What? Yeah, she worked full time, did all the housework, and was solely responsible for raising all of the kids. I see. So that's the type of marriage that I want. And
yeah, that's the kind of woman that they're looking for right now. You see, when the bar was already in hell, now they don't want a bar at all. That, like, imagine somebody coming to you and be like, I want us to be at this point, it shouldn't be called marriage, in a partnership. But in this partnership, you do everything for me. I do absolutely nothing for you, especially for those in the 50-50 relationship, by the way. I do absolutely nothing but be an inconvenience to you. Then later on, I plant my seed in your garden, and then you have to take care of that baby plus me. And then I do absolutely nothing. I contribute absolutely nothing to your life. But you gotta go get a job and bring home your money so that you can eat, because it's a 50-50. You pay for you, I pay for me. Tell me, why would any woman want to be in any kind of relationship with you? Like, tell me what she benefiting. Okay, I want to see. So she's benefiting from the labor. How? Are you paying her for the labor? No, you are not. You're just using her labor. You came out from your mother's home and look for another mommy. You came from your mother's home and search for another mother. You did not search for a wife. You are out here searching for another mommy. Because a husband is not what some of these men are. A husband is a man that actually does pay for his household, take care of his household, help his wife any way that he can in the house chores, cooks also, shows his children what it means to be a true man. But an inconvenience is the one that will go to work while you're working as well, come home, expect you to bring 50% of your income so that you can be in that 50-50 relationship, and sit down, drink beer, enjoy himself, and expect you to clean after him. So after you finish working, you come home and you work another day, another job. That is an inconvenience. That is not a husband. What you are having is an inconvenience. That's not a husband. Let's continue.
What exactly did your dad do? Well, he went to work, worked hard, and then came home. But didn't you say your mom did that as well? So shouldn't your dad be like helping out with all the other things? Well, no, he can't be helping out with those things. He's way too tired from working all day. But your mom wasn't? Yeah, but that's her job. I'm gonna leave now.
Girl, when I saw this, I was like, yeah, this is exactly what they're out here preaching. That's why they're getting mad, talking about single women without children. Oh, when they get to 50s, they're gonna regret it. What about the ones that are baby mamas and they're gonna be 50s and with their kids and with your behind always around because she got a kid for you? And you're gonna talk about how the women that are baby mamas, even a lot of people are talking about how baby mamas suffer because of the inconvenience of having a kid. Because now they're gonna have to take care of a kid and gonna have to deal with you. They're going to have to deal with your presence all the time. But you don't want to talk about the baby mama inconvenience, the inconvenience that baby mama have to constantly go through. For women that have up to 4 or 5 kids, 3 kids out here, at least the one with 1 kid, I'm gonna tell you, if you're a baby mama and you only have 1 kid, please do not go into any kind of relationship again. Because I'm gonna tell you, just wait for that one to grow up so that you can, live your life. That's my advice. So they're out here talking about, oh, these single women with no kids are doing the most. You're gonna regret it because you're gonna have cats. See, let me tell you, telling a woman that she's gonna grow old and have cats is not an insult. It is a compliment, because for the cat, for her to pick a cat over you, whoa! Don't you think that is a little bit? Imagine somebody picking a cat, a pet, even a dog over you. That says a lot. That says a lot. I would be ashamed, because that means that cat or that dog have more value than you do. I'm gonna say this. Not all men are like this, but the men that are decent, you will never see them out here talking. The men that love their family and do all these things that I said, you will never see them out here talking. And some of them, if they do come out, they come out in support of their wives or talking about what they do in contribution to the house. And you will always see, the toxic one over there. Why are you making her life easy? She's supposed to be making your life easier. She's supposed to be doing all of this, and you're supposed to be drinking beer, trying to, convince him that him helping his wife is terrible. Okay, now let's go to this next one over here. Let me see. So this is a video, by the way. I think this is the one. This is a video, by the way, of this woman. It was a UK show. So, and he was talking about why he doesn't want to date baby mamas, but he's got 2 baby mamas already. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're a single woman and you don't have any kids, you really don't have any children, do not date a man that has baby mamas. Do not date any man that have even 1 kid outside. Do not date him. Stay away from those men, because you're going to be next. You're going to be next. He's probably going to be planning on planting his seed in your garden. You're going to be next, sweetie. And then if things don't work out the way he wants, he's going to leave you. You're going to be the next mission accomplished for him, because now he got 3 women. If he's old, he's going to be thinking about how he can go through, go around the 3 women he impregnated home and try to get support from them. And probably if they don't want to support him, he's going to end up in the home and talk about, oh, this and that, things are hard. That's why they want to plant their seeds around, so that they can go here. If this one rejects them when they're old, the other one might be like, you know what, I'll take him. So let me bring up this video over here.
I wouldn't know.
I didn't feel one bit sorry for this girl when I saw a lot of the clips of this show, and this man is despicable. Now, the fact that she sat down there knowing that he has 2 baby mamas, at first I was seeing many of their clips coming up, and I was like, girl, why are you with this man? Until this clip came out, I kind of felt some kind of way. I felt a lot of sympathy towards her, But when he opened his mouth and said he has 2 baby mamas, I'm like, you are here on your own accord, girl. I don't feel sorry for you. I really don't. This is why I said from the starting of this video, I don't stand with every woman. I don't. Because some women are out of your minds. You heard that this man has 2 baby mamas, but yet you still sat down here. He's probably planning on planting a seed in your garden, and we're going to see how that goes for you.
If she already had children.
Hold on, let me start this from the beginning.
If she already had children.
No,
Sorry?
I wouldn't know.
But you're quite happy to have got 2 baby mothers with 3 children between them.
I mean, I can't send them back to heaven.
No, but it seems like it's okay for you to do it, but it wouldn't be okay for Marie to do it.
She could do what she wants, but just not with me.
That's actually very hurtful. If it's not for the love that I have for him, I wouldn't even be in this position. I don't even deserve to even be with someone who even is putting me in this shit.
To what Marie's saying here?
I can hear her, yeah.
Does that not make you feel?
Girl, don't be crying. This is the thing. I saw a clip of a woman on TikTok saying there was a dude that said, if a girl loves you enough, she will lie to herself. If a woman loves you enough, she will lie to herself. So she's out here crying and being like, oh my God, this makes no sense. Oh, this is like, if I wouldn't even be here if I didn't love him. Then swallow that love, take the heartbreak, go out with your friends, break up with him. I know it hurts. Break up with him, travel out, go anywhere, go party, go on vacation. Take a break. Because you're deciding to still sit there while this man is telling you to your face, if you were a baby mama, he wouldn't be around you. And he's already got 3 kids with 2 baby mamas. And you are here talking about this is so heartbreaking. Girl, I don't feel sorry for you. No, I don't. You're on your own on this one. And if he wrecks your life, you're still going to be on your own. Because this is absolute foolishness. First baby mama, it didn't make you question anything and be like, this guy is out here creating baby mamas. In second baby mama, you're probably gonna be the third. You're gonna be the third baby mama, and this is gonna be on you. Ladies that don't have children, if you don't have any kids, and a man comes after you, trying to create a relationship romantically, if they got kids, do not date them. Do not date men with children. Do not date men with children, because they wouldn't do it for you. And if a man that has kids come after you and try to pursue anything related, with a love interest relationship, and he knows you don't have kids, you should definitely know that is not a good person, because he could have easily go and look for a woman that have kids. And him coming after you is an agenda. He's trying to be an inconvenience to you. He's looking right now. The mission is called Mission Impossible, and he's on that ride. And he's trying to make sure it is possible. Mission accomplished. He's trying to accomplish his mission. Don't be out here dating men that have kids. If he has a kid and he knows you don't have a kid, but he still pursues you, no. That's a red flag. That should be announced as a red flag. It is a red flag.
Feel anything?
I mean, you asked me a question and it was a preference. I don't date women who have kids. I don't know why you're taking it personal,
I'm taking it personal because it's like, it becomes clearer and clearer to me every day. The nonsense that I'm actually in. I genuinely do feel like I've made a mistake and I'm making a mistake. The circumstances in which I'm willing to love him, he's not willing to love me given those same circumstances, and that genuinely does make me question everything, and it literally rips my heart to pieces.
But you're still there. But you're still there in that relationship. Oh, it raped my heart. It seems like he wouldn't go as far as I would go for him. Yes, he wouldn't, and he's telling you to your face. He's telling you to your face. You're sitting right there, and he's telling you, if you had a child, I wouldn't be with you. It's a preference. And you don't have kids yet. You don't have kids, and you don't see the red flags? Oh, girl, please. And this is the thing. Some women be out here seeing men that already have kids and be like, I want to go be in a relationship with them, and do not. Do not. It's a red flag. I'm telling you now, do not. So this, okay, now we're going to go into Jada Pinkett Smith topic. Let me bring up this video over here of her talking about how she and Will Smith had separated for a long time, by the way, 7 years now. And this is the thing. I see a lot of women on TikTok literally talking foolishly, talking about, I am tired of seeing Jada Pinkett Smith. I don't care. She's out here, disrespecting Will Smith, bringing shame to this man. And I'm like, what is wrong with some of these women that are male-centered? What is wrong with that? Like, shut up. If you have nothing good to say, shut up. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. Let me bring up this video, by the way.
There. As time went on, there were different stages in my marriage where Will and I decided we were not together. Where we didn't tell the public, right? Where I was actually thinking about divorcing, separating. I mean, there have been several of those, right? And where we've gone and lived our separate lives. So I think within that is where people might have thought that, oh, they must be having an open relationship. And we just didn't want people to know the dynamic of what was happening between us. We didn't think that that was anybody else's business. And so I think that that's where sometimes that confusion came in.
I'm going to say this. Some of the women that are out here writing for Will Smith and Chris Rock, I'm going to tell you, he wouldn't pick you. Do you look like Jada? And I feel like it's some kind of bitterness inside some of these women. They think Will is a catch, and because he's a catch, and Jada should be happy. No, you don't look like Jada. This woman is beautiful. You don't look like Jada. And Will is definitely not going to pick you. Let me tell you something. If they ever divorce, Will is definitely not going to pick a woman that look like you, that is out here opening your mouth, talking all kind of trash. He's probably going to look for a blonde woman or somebody from the other side. If you think he's going to pick you, no. You know why he picked this woman? Because she's gorgeous. You know why he stayed with this woman? Because she's gorgeous. She's beautiful. And he definitely knew that if they really went to a divorce, he will never see this woman again. That's why Chris Rock decided to try to jump in the bus and be like, hey, Jada, you want to go on a date? She said no, and he was like, hey, I'm just joking. Say what now? I'm pretty sure that's why Will Smith slapped him on the Oscars, in the Oscars there. Because Jada probably told Will, did you hear Chris? He asked me out, and Will, knowing that his relationship is no longer, and they're separated, but not on paper. It's like, look at this man. I'm not even gone out of the door yet, and you want to jump in. You know what? Let me go into this video over here that somebody else had something to say about this whole thing.
The slap is kind of making sense now. I knew this situation had layers. So Jada Pinkett Smith has said that Chris Rock had previously asked her out on a date because he'd heard divorce rumours between her and Will Smith. But I'm a little bit confused because she said that they've been separated for 7 years. I'm lost.
Yeah, this is the thing. If you turn them down, they're either gonna turn you into comedy, or they're either gonna try to attack you in the street. Yeah, I mean, you can't even say no without getting repercussion for it. You can't even turn down somebody without them trying to do something anymore. The other time it was the brick lady. The other time it's gonna be it was the boss in London, in the United Kingdom. The other time, like, women, you can't say no anymore. You either gonna be in their comedy skit, or they're gonna come after you one way or the other. What is with some men and not accepting a no from a woman? And also, what is with some men that are out here literally centering women that don't want them, not want children in their life? They're like, oh, look at that woman over there. She's child free. She's in the Bahamas, enjoying herself, living her life. Oh, she's going to regret it later on. No, she's not. You know that she will not, because she doesn't have to deal with you. She won't have to deal with you and your seed. And that's why you're mad and coming out here and crying and talking about you're going to regret it because you are not centering me and allowing me to be an inconvenience in your life. Let me be an inconvenience in your life, please. And because a lot of these child-free women that do not want to be married or have children are enjoying their life out here, men are coming up being like, when you turn 50, you're going to regret it because, hey, since you didn't want to take care of me like as if you are my mommy, you're going to regret not having the responsible of taking my shit all the time. It is crazy out here. Seriously. So that's the end of this session today. I'm going to say this. Thank you all for joining me today. Do not forget to press that like button and subscribe. And I will see you all on the next one. Have a great day and goodbye.